Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, episode 275. This video was originally streamed live on YouTube on November 30th, 2025. I hope you enjoy the video. Oh, see, this one gives me the pattern I wanted. Look at that. Warp, scallop, 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 and scallop. Interesting. I think it is partially location based or something. I don't know. I'm not going to look at it anymore. I'm done. And we do need some more of the fanned cobblestone. Let's go make some of that. I think that's... Do I make you? Sand, gravel, and then stone. Small stones. Okay. So after this, then, we'll finally turn our attention to how to make these stairs from here. As I promised at the very beginning. I swear, folks. I haven't forgotten. It is based on player direction, but also there seems to be some element of, like, if you're looking in one direction and placing it, there's still some element of, like, the world location. Because like I told you, we could not get the scallop pattern to show up properly where I wanted it to. Sandstone stones. Gravel. And snad. Let's grab some of these. So it's gravel, and then it's... Oh, I thought I had more sand. There we go. Now I do have more sand. We get 2? Okay, that's fine. Let's just make a stack. And then, like, change. Perfect. Go. Look at all the orange trees bearing oranges. Beautiful. I'm hoping that, like, we sort of end up in a situation where there's basically something fruiting at basically all times of the year. That'd be really cool. So we got those guys, we got these guys to do. Oh! That noise scared me so much. Ooh, I'm awake now. Yikes. Take that, heart rate. Has quite a noise when you're not expecting it. It's right in your ear. Yikes. Door jump scare, you've officially seen it all. Well, yeah, you know, like, because, like, the other doors in the game, you interact with the door itself, not the space the door takes up. So it occasionally surprises me. Alright, so I believe we have enough of our blocks here to get all this done. So as they say, let's get her done, right, guys? That's how we say it around here. That's what the cool kids are saying these days, right? Get her done. There we go. Are those doors like a mod? Yeah, they're from the medieval expansion mod. We could have gone with the regular doors, the actual gate, which are, I think, 2x4 in the game. That would mean that we'd have, excuse me, I mean that we'd have like these 4 blocks here, because we do doubles, so it'd become a 4x4 door. These 4 blocks would be door, then we'd have sort of a frame around it here. Which honestly, you know, if we decide we hate these doors, we certainly could do that. But it'd be harder for down there where we do need a real big gate to sail a ship through. Not that it matters super much in, you know, the game. Whoops, come back here. I'm pretty sure those boats can fit through like a 3-block wide passage. Alright, so... there's that. Right, I need to add all these blocks in. Good times. There's finally a mod that removes bow torn and shivers. So you may start playing again. Yeah, it's one of those things, like they're very thematic. I still hate them. Like they're great monsters, and I still hate them. With a passion. To be fair, I really dislike their spawning more than the monsters themselves. So here's what I said earlier. I think there should be a way to, like, attach a block to your chisel. So you can quickly just right-click the other blocks and, like, add. And, of course, add only if it doesn't exist already, kind of thing. Okay. Pie break. Go. I don't have the right orientation for the blocks. I am not able to care anymore. We've spent way too much time on these blocks. Yeah, I don't want to spend 3 hours fiddling with these somewhat unruly blocks. I was tempted to just grab regular cobblestone for this part and call it a day. I'll go crazy doing stairs, but only once. The other stairs can take a number. Alright, how much? Ooh, getting kind of low there. So if the orientation of the scalps in one place, like here, is bad, it's going to be about the same on the other side, too. And I'm just going to sort of cover it up by using my imagination. Okay, so bring you guys up then. You heard her here first, guys. He's done with stairs. Yeah, just imagine. I still have... Okay, so I was originally going to do 4 sets of fill stairs, one for each direction in the in those walls there. But I think I'm going to content myself with 2. So that still means we have 2 more sets of fill stairs to go. which is still a lot. I think someone had asked a question if I was going to do more of the stairs a little while ago, and made me think about how much time I wanted to spend making stairs. It does mean there'll be a little bit of missing radial symmetry, but it will still be symmetrical north, south, and east to west for the features visible from elsewhere. It'll be radially symmetrical on, like, one axis rather than two. We have 89 left somehow. I can't believe this chisel hasn't given up yet. I think after this, I'm just going to chuck this one, because it's when a chisel breaks, they get really annoying. They do this thing where, like, they halfway break, and sometimes they didn't break the whole way. So they get this thing where you pick up something else from that inventory slot, and the chisel comes back. So I like to avoid that when my chisels get to, like, 5 durability. Just chuck them right in the garbage. Yeah. We'll do that here. This is assuming that it doesn't break in the middle of this anyway. What long arms I have, Grandma? All the better to chisel your porch with. My dearest daughter. Granddaughter. Hey there, Durshep. You to shovel snow, wow. Of course, you did say you're in the land of Canada, I believe. For some reason, I had thought you were in Europe. And I don't know how I got that in my head. You wonder if the sharpening mechanic will work for chisels? I don't know. I do wonder if that sharpening mechanic is going to be just a like an enhancement, or if it'll also be used for repairing stuff. Which that would change the dynamic of the game a lot. If you were able to repair tools rather than having to, you know, chuck them all the time. That would change the balance quite a bit, I think. Also, it was very funny. I showed Kuriz at the original video Tyrone made, and she was like, nope, that sound, nope, absolutely not. And then I was like, yeah, it doesn't sound realistic, but it wasn't that bad. Apparently, it was so bad. Tyrone put out another like post and said, hey, everybody hated that sound. How's this one? Oops, there we go. Yep, see, chisel's back. Maybe we'll get some more uses out of it. Hey, it broke for real this time. Look at that. All right. You're between Niagara Falls and Toronto. Wow. Yeah, it should be pretty snowy there. I do think that even the new version of the sound is not realistic for a sharpening sound. Like, that's the sound it would make if you were, like, kind of loosely holding your sword on it. Like, and letting it bounce around a little bit. It should be a much more smooth, grinding sound, like, you know, I can't make it with my mouth, but, you know. One of your people you live with has been playing that power washer game. If a game makes a lot of constant noises, it better be easy on the ears. People will die. Yeah. Agreed. We're going to pop you down there. All right. Today is lots of stairs work. Just not Phil's stairs. It's definitely because Phil's not here. Phil had to leave, so we couldn't work on his stairs anymore. Big Sag. I think it is time to think about putting up some lanterns on either side of those. As well as... Oh, did it there already. I'm going to move these up a block, though. Because I don't want people bonking their faces on them. It's also F7, just to see. Not too shabby. So that does do that. Let's pop one more down there again. Sweet. Start picking up some of these ugly floor decorations. There we go. I also think that I'm going to want to do one of them right here and here as opposed to up there. I just think this is kind of a bad spot for him. It does mean things can spawn here, but we're not red at least, so given that we already have these spots here, and I don't think we're likely to get... Well, we could technically get a rift spawning here if we got really unlucky, and that could then spawn things down there, probably. But that's just not very likely. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And that gets rid of almost the entire W down here. So I guess we'll see. For the interior, I'm dropping the floor lower. No, we're making it higher, actually. So the floor is going to be one block up from where we're standing right now, which is why I leveled it last time to be this level, so we can place floor in. And we'll go from there. It'll be 2 stories in, like, indoors, basically. So we'll have a floor that goes up to that being the next floor. So we'll probably have a ceiling block underneath that. I'm not... Like, we have so much space here. I am not super concerned about making sure that we make the most out of every single, like, block. That way we can not worry about having to chisel the ceiling and floors into one single block. And we can also avoid the weirdo lighting issues. I'm the weirdo, by the way. Okay, so... yeah. Let's put away the things we don't need. And let's get thinking about where to bring these stairs up. I have some thoughts. I also want to think about building a couple docks down here. I think that'd be nice. I don't know if I want to like have one central here or like do a couple offset. I'm thinking offset is better. So let's get some materials for that. We'll sleep as well. And we'll check the pumpkins again. So let's see. We want to get rid of this and this and this and this for now. I'm going to bring with us these blocks. I'm going to bring with us... Oh, we had more over here. Okay, we'll grab some stairs. I believe we have some more slabs down below. Let's sleep for now. And I am going to grab a quick drink while you're doing that. Okay. It's finally calm again. Yeesh. Oh, really? Of course you did. Because why wouldn't you? There we go. Problem solved. Just sit down. Sit down and kill your enemies. That's how you do it. He's still moving. Grody. Get out of here. Oh, I can turn this off too. What a convenient time to check pumpkins. Absolutely. I'm gonna check my chests for slabbage. I think the slabs are all upstairs, aren't they? Yeah. If I even have any. Alright, so we'll go back and I'm gonna get some materials we haven't really used yet in here. Guess me every time. I'm gonna bring along some ebony logs. I'll get to why in a bit. Along more than a few. Because I don't really know how many we'll need. And it could be a bit. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Pumpkins. The arrow is still there from yesterday. Oh, beautiful. Look at this, guys. I really love the Amaranth in this game. This is the kind of crop where I think it'd be really fun to... So I'm pretty sure once a crop is mature, even if it gets heat or cold damaged, I don't think it wilts. I think it just says cold damage will provide less, you know, sustenance, whatever, fewer crops. I think it'd be really cool to like plant this somewhere, like in a temperate zone, and then just leave it all winter and see if it stays pretty. I care about the aesthetics, not the nutrition in that case. Alright, so this is doing something special here. What are you doing? I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, okay. That one's good. Bust you up. Oops. Oh, hush, elk. Didn't ask for your opinion. No one did. The Polycat says he used the Amaranth as decoration in Saltport. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I never associated that. I did not realize that was you. Okay. Or if I did, then I forgot. I really like Saltport. That was the one with the big overhang area over like a weird lake, and you found like a giant salt pillar right there. That was such a cool spot. That is the kind of place that I want to have in the next guide season. Like I want like basically that. And not only, I mean, the location itself was pretty cool, but also what you did with it was pretty amazing. Now that was a southern play. It was warm, right? Does I recall? I think I remember you sort of using a lot of exotic woods and things in there. Okay, so let's get right more pie. We're to the equator. Okay. So here we go. Right, slabs first. Because I feel like it would make sense to have a shallower set of stairs. And what we'll do is we'll at least use the slabs to start, and then later we'll probably convert to something similar to this. Oops, clunk. Drunk driver over here. I'm also reminded we might want to... Ah, here we go. We may want to take some time very soon and do one hopefully last pass of the trees. There you are. Oop, clunk. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks high, but it will be 6. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line this whole area with these blocks, so that we have a reference for the exact height of the harbor here, the harbor wall. Then I'm going to get some more ashlar bricks, apparently. Did not bring enough with me for everything we're doing here. I mean, maybe you did. Okay. So that is the height of the harbor wall and the height of our floor as well. So we're probably going to have... Well, I will probably just do some kind of railing across here. Maybe even just regular fencing. I had enough fun doing railings already. More than enough fun, in fact. So... Yeah, we'll see about that. So our stairs can't come up here. We have a couple options. So we could do like a... Could get stuck. We could start our stairs like here and kind of dig them up in a little bit of a curve that follows this. And that would end up... Let's assume we did a 1 to 2 slope. So we start here, and we're going up basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-ish. So the stairs would end over here. That's not too bad. That kind of, so like this is sort of the, like the, you know, unloading and loading docks, which I guess is, you know, docks tautology. Hey there, Jamie Hine. Good morning. So yeah, that's a possibility. So we could have them come up over here, and that way, you know, you're unloading food and cargo and things, and that could go straight into. Well, the food will be back here. This will be, you know, pantries and kitchens back here for the monks, and then cargo would go this way, but that would just mean a bit of a longer trek. That's fine. How is one going to go from ground to water level? That's where we're getting at. Also, cargo like people. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make any special concessions for, like, visiting abbots from other temples or anything. Like, they're all... Because, you know, we're all humble men here. And humble seraphs, whatever. And... I guess, you know, they'd be humble and they'd come up the stairs like everybody else. And then they'd come greet me, the humble abbot from this temple, and we'd go frolic with the bees or whatever. So I think that's pretty good. Second option is rather than a curve, we could make this more like flat geometric. Because I do want to have some kind of... Maybe not a wall, but there's going to need to be some kind of like pillar somewhere in here. Pillars, plural, in here. So this doesn't look as ridiculously unsupported as it is. So we could have a series of pillars, maybe with a wall between a couple of them, and we could have the staircase come out like, you know, you'd unload by going into a tunnel here by 2 or 3 blocks, and then it would split left and right. And you would follow this tunnel, and it would come up, say, over here, in the middle of either this wall, if there was a wall here, or in between a couple of the pillars. That's option 2. Another option that I don't like as much, because it requires a lot more walking, would be we put the stairs, like, over here, do a similar curve this way. I'm gonna veto that already. And I had a thought of putting the stairs over here, but that's gonna run into this path here. So, Abbot, temple, right? Look, listen, you. if Redwall can have an abbot, then I can be an abbot here too. What was that? Oh, jeez. That's what that was. How? What? Did I remove too much lighting? I may have. There. The Redwall name drop. Maybe High Priest would be a better term. I don't know. High Priest sounds very much like I'm going to sacrifice somebody. And, like, escape the long arm of the law while I do it. The Priory of the Orange Tree. Alright, I'll put this to a poll here. Let's do a quick little poll. So, we'll do, let's see, stairs, question mark. Curved or tunnel. Those are our options. And just for a refresher, the curved stairs would start about here, and they'd come up, and they would follow the curve here. They would be open to the air above them the whole way, and they would come out right about here. If we did tunnel stairs, we'd have a tunnel or a hallway that would enter this rock face here. It would probably be like 4 blocks wide to enter, and then narrow to probably 2 blocks wide once you get in either direction, and it would be a tunnel that comes out over right around in here. So I'll give that a couple minutes while I think about other things I want to do here. Let's also... It's kind of weird thinking about, like, trying to design this while I'm standing on 1 block below the floor. But I've done it before, I guess. While we're thinking about that, let's do the docks. So here's what I am thinking. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, this is not even. What? Oh my goodness. My goodness. Asleep at the wheel, that Corazar. Need my bucket again. Are you kidding me? Alright, bucket. I think I heard another shiver somewhere. I don't know. You like curved stairs, but you're remembering the other stairs, the tower stairs? Okay, so these will be much simpler. These stairs will not be chiseled into, like, inside blocks. These will be fairly basic stairs. Well, they won't be open to the sky. They're still going to be down here. Like, they're going to be... Get down here. Get down the ladder. The stairs are going to be right there. So they're going to be under this ceiling here, but, you know, open to the temple's interior or closed is the real question. All right, so the docks, now that I actually have, you know... Maybe I have this carved out correctly now? I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I think I do. I'm just kind of trying to... Yeah, looks right now. Finally. So, the ship is indeed 3 blocks wide. Now, we don't want to have them, you know, right side by side. We need like a block between. So we're going to want to have an 8-block gap between piers here, docks. So let's get a bit of this going on. I also think we're going to want to do the docks as being like a block above the water. Now, granted, we don't, like, this is not an ocean, really, per se, but it is our ocean, so it's what we've got to work with. So we do want to think about the tides. And we're going to say that this is low tide here right now, which is why the boat is so close to the sea floor. Definitely sea floor. Yep. Because I can see it. The sea floor. And so we're going to want the actual dock surface, the walkable surface, to be a block up. And the reason I'm not going for half a block, like say this, is because I want to be able to place things here. And if we don't have a full block to place things on, then like putting barrels or chests or other decorations can be a bit of a hassle. So we're just not going to play that game. Let's go ahead and pick you up. And you up. Flip, plop. Let's make you all horizontal. And let's go ahead and we're going to place these around here. Just to get a feel for the height and the depth and the space we're working with. Probably shouldn't put it against that wall, should I? But pop right off. I may end up... Actually, I probably won't end up swapping all of this for full blocks, but like here, I'll probably err on the side of full blocks. And then we'll do like that. A step down. Whoop, I'm out already. Yeah, wood in this game doesn't go very far. It can be surprising how quickly you go through it. And where's the saw? There you are. Okay. Oops, not there yet. Right, I can walk right through the boat. I think I can get rid of this piece right here. Yes. It doesn't break the whole ladder. Hey there, Tiz and Amanthea. Welcome. Good to have you back this morning. Where have you been? Just kidding. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to back this ship up a little bit. Oh, I can push it. Sort of. Did I push it? Or was it pushing me? I'm pushing it. Look at that. There we go. Right. How to get back out of here now? Good question, me. Let's plop the ladder down right there in the middle. You know, right where the lantern is. Brilliant, me. I think we're going to... move the ladder, for one. There we go. Alright, ladder, come back. Some expensive wood. Yeah, so here's my thought on why we're using this wood. One, we've been using a lot of acacia. I wanted to try something different. And two, what we could do is we could say, hey, this was acacia, because look how red this is right in here, right? But it's in contact with salt water. Ignore that door. It's in contact with salt water, so it's become darkened with age and saltwater contact. That's my thought. That is my thought. End thought. Full stop. Alright, so let's get in here and let's do a little bit of falling in the water of counting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means we should be able to start our piers here. No. Maybe. I'm going to start them with our block out. The reason is because I want to be able to put like well, you know what? No, let's do this. Let's make them wider. That's what we'll do. We'll do 3 block wide piers. How deep does this boat go? Let's go like 3 more blocks. Something like that. Because I want to come in here, I want to be able to put supporting beams made out of these logs here, so that they can pop up a little bit above the level of the deck by like a block. Can mobs spawn in water? Yes, they sure can. Okay, we're also going to need to think about, like, I don't know, maybe we bring this out some more even. I don't know. We'll see. Or we'll probably end up just digging a little under here to give ourselves some walkway space without having to eat into the harbor any more than we already have. Alright, so we're going to come here and we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And I'm thinking what we'll probably end up doing is we might need to limit our number of docked ships to like 6 or something. Which, like, I wouldn't ever expect that our temple would need to have, you know, like a dozen ships docked. Like 6 or maybe 8 is probably the most we'll ever need. Let's cut down some more of these guys. Go. Whoops. Don't. No, come back. All right. Let's get these down. 3. Okay. Parking is tight. But how many people sailboats can be in this world? That and, like, how many boats can this lake accommodate in the first place? Right? But we're ignoring that. We're going to pretend that we have a much bigger ocean, you know, near us. So here's my thought is we could make one like this. So we'll do go across here. No. Can I get around this lantern? Oh, if I jump off the pier. Let's go up this inch our way around. There we go. Alright, so we could do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so we could do one like here. Maybe. But that does mean that, like, whoever's parked in here has a really tight space. And there could be problems getting in or out. So I think the smarter move is to maybe put the last pier, like, right here. And that way we can park 6. Park, as I say, as if, you know, you just throw it in reverse and parallel park. So let's do that. Let's just widen. We'll widen this walkway here a little bit, and that will be our last dock. So there'll be some sort of quote wasted space here, but I'm okay with that because I don't want to do a diagonal pier. It would just look stupid. Well, everyone, that's going to about do it for this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by leaving a like or a comment in the section below. But for now, as always, my name has been Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.